Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome back. So tonight we're gonna learn how to prepare my favorite Japanese dish, unagi, which is the same thing as a freshwater eel, I would say, with a little twist. So let's review the ingredients and let's rock and roll. Okay, in order to create this masterpiece, of course we might need unagi themselves, which is a freshwater eel. Then we're gonna move over to avocado, nicely cut, fresh. Then of course red caviar, salmon or trout, which is our preference, sesame seeds, and some seafood salad and ginger to top things off. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's rock and roll. Okay, so we're gonna cook unagi on a stovetop, which is probably the fastest and the easiest method, although it can be baked or boiled or you name it. You can fire pit that thing. Okay, so for the best results, you can use any kind of oil, coconut, olive, vegetable, you name it. But I prefer to use the butter because it gives it probably the juiciest, tastiest feel to the unagi. So let's go ahead and start with the butter. Let's go ahead and go high heat, maximum power. Okay, rock and roll. Now let's give it a couple of minutes so it melts down. And then from here, the process, the entire process will take about 5 minutes and you have your unagi. Now, as you know, while this thing is in the progress, unagi is the Japanese name for this freshwater eel, right? Which is probably one of the best sushi pieces ever. I mean, not the most expensive, but not quite cheap. For example, at the restaurant, you order a roll or a sashimi, it's from 15-20 bucks. Now you can buy the whole piece, which can make you, let's say, 4 sets of sashimi for 15 bucks at any Korean market or you name it. So that's big savings there. And actually, with this method, you can cook it better than at the restaurant, because by the time they finish cooking and bring you over, it's cold. When the unagi is cold, it's not unagi, it's some crap. So anyhow, very well. Okay, let's make it nice and smooth. And great. Okay, lovely. Okay, so now, very important, we'll have to lower the power all the way almost to nothing, like the smallest possible fire there is, because you might burn the unagi. Now, since we got that, we don't need anything else. Now we put the actual unagi into the pan, right? So let's do that. Hopefully not to break any of those. Okay, lovely. Okay. Okay. Sometimes it happens. I mean, you might use different tools other than the fork. It's a Mickey Mouse, but whatever works. And the final piece. So this is good enough for a single person, I believe. You see, it's nice and fat and juicy. I mean, much better than the restaurant quality for some reason. Okay, very well. So now I have the unagi on the plate. At this point, as you see, I mean, it's not burning anything because it needs to cook and bake. Now, sesame seeds, okay? Let's go ahead and put some of that. Lovely, okay. Now got that covered. So now, at this point, we're gonna probably increase the fire just a little bit, not much. Okay, like that. And then we have to cover it so it bakes. Okay, so this procedure, in order for this to be basically fully cooked, it might take from, let's say, 7 to 10 minutes. It depends on the size of the unagi. Alright folks, we're back to part 2. Now we have the unagi fully cooked, sitting on a nice plate, lovely, lovely. So now the next step is to put some avocado nicely on top of each unagi. And my beautiful wife will assist us in that process. Lovely. Nice and juicy. I will include some links for some Korean markets into the description so you can grab one on your own. Lovely, so this is step number 2 is completed. Now the step number 3, we're gonna add Ikura on top of the avocado. Now I'm gonna grab a sip of Sapporo, meanwhile. Very nice. There's no unagi without Sapporo. Fabulous. So now it looks fantastic. It tastes fantastic. I mean, you should try for yourself. So now the final step is we're gonna decorate it a little bit. So I mean, the better the food looks, the better it tastes. So we're gonna get some seaweed. I'm gonna grab some seaweed and put it on top and on the bottom of the plate. Voila! We have our custom unagi sashimi. So go ahead, enjoy, and subscribe. And we're gonna put some high-resolution pictures of what it looks like and tastes like right now. So God bless you, and come back.